I'ma go around the town, up in my way, up my shit. Niggas be making a sound. Niggas always where I'm from. Ride till we making it out. Hey. Ride till we making it out. Hey. Look. Go around the town. Up in my way.
We're actually recording.
My shit.
What's up, everybody? This is Hoser, Juice Podcast.
It's your boy Juma.
Frankie.
We got a special guest today. We got the droppers in the house.
The droppers.
How you guys doing today?
Thank you.
Hey, good. Thanks for having us.
Likewise.
Thank you.
And they are very special because you guys know the person that helps us record and do our engineering every week, Andy.
Yeah.
This is his band. So we've
had
been
a
waiting to get him on for this
end our year
special
with that
occasion.
guy.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Special occasion. Likewise. But just before we even get to you guys, I want to say this is our year episode.
Yeah.
So that's why the ones
That's why
are.
it's so big.
We've been trying to save it.
Brought you guys out.
Yeah, luckily we got you guys for a good episode. You know, I want to just say thank you.
Yeah, congrats
Genuinely.
on the success. You guys
Of
are doing
course.
badass.
No,
It's
thank
awesome.
you.
Oh,
Thank
you
guys.
Appreciate that. Wow.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
I think it correlates to even going to the first segment about consistency, or just even doing a dynamic with, having a bunch of people. How is it with the band and just even possibly even balancing it? Because I know with us, with doing the year, I feel like that's like the main thing about communication and having, everybody's off different schedules. And so how is it even creating the band and doing what you guys do, with your guys' schedule?
So for me, creating the band has been tough because we want to have fun the whole time, right? And you have all kinds of different personalities that come into play.
Definitely.
And we've had guys come in and out of the band consistently that weren't into having fun, and then we found this core group that we've kind of grown with. So it's been awesome, but consistency is key to stick the same way.
You guys are always playing, whether it's just you and Andy or all of you guys. Seems like you guys are having a show at least every week.
We stay busy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we like it.
Good shows. Yeah, I mean, prior to COVID, we were playing twice a week.
Twice a week?
Twice a week.
Wow.
For 52 weeks, it was a lot.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, that's...
Every holiday, major
That's really
holidays.
good.
Like,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
3-day weekends? Forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it.
And then work on Monday sucked.
Look, that's exactly what I was going to say. How is that fitting that in? So, is there, I would just imagine there's rehearsal, you guys, is it, just going back to what you said about having fun, is it a lot of, we're already used to this, we know what we can do, we can just kind of book venues, or how is it, at least even going about shows in a sense?
Well, over time, we just developed relationships, and people got used to us being there. We have a constant following. We have a good crowd, so the bars we play at always want us back.
Okay.
The thing we always hear from the bars we play at is that people come in to have a drink, right? And then when they come to see us, they come to have a drink they didn't know us, but they'll stay the whole night.
Right.
And that's so I think we've developed a really good rapport with the bars.
Yeah, you guys have good energy, even in the videos that you guys post with Andy here too. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
What am I doing tonight?
Instagram
I need to be there.
stories.
Yeah.
Posts.
Even prior to, I was speaking to, if you guys don't mind just introducing, what you guys do in the band before I even say the singer or drummer. If you guys want to just start introducing what you guys do real quick. So
I'm Joe, lead singer, acoustic guitar.
Yeah, Joe's the boss. We're not gonna lie. We're not gonna lie. But you know what? I'm a pretty good vice president backing him up. You're asking about vice president. Oh yeah, I made myself vice president. Because you know what?
Hold on, Zulu got a promotion. We weren't going to say anything until the end of the show, but
No, seriously. Joe has put this whole thing together. This is the Joe band, but it does take teamwork to make this all happen.
Definitely.
And we've recently donated an RV to the effort.
Wow,
It's the
okay.
gig rig.
Nice.
Oh, shit,
It's
that's
so
dope.
fun. We have to load the gig rig up with all the gear.
Right,
But
right.
we load up 12 of our friends in there too and take it off to the bars, and
Yeah.
that's
dope as fuck.
It's
an
always
experience,
a recipe for
Yeah.
a good time.
we have great shows as long as the sunspots aren't going, right?
Oh,
Right,
I
yeah.
figured we'd talk about the sunspots.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we will.
That's
I'm
I don't know
Anthony,
where it's
the
going.
vice president and drummer.
I'm Brian. I play bass.
Right.
I'm Andy. I play guitar. And help run sound.
That's fine.
Hell yeah.
And the MILFs, right?
And the mills.
No.
And the mills. All the mills. Yeah.
Dang. How did you guys discover Andy?
Well, so this is actually a good story because we were recording an album at another studio, and Andy was like the
Intern.
or
Intern.
protege
Protege
of the guy, and
studio,
then
yeah.
so then we hired Andy to come do our sound at the shows because he did such a good job. He's like, Andy has a great ear. I'm sure you guys know that too. Right?
Yeah,
He
definitely.
has a great ear, so we hired him to come to the shows and start doing the sound at the shows. And then as our guitarist one night didn't show up, it was Mike Walton, and Andy came and he's like, "Well, I play guitar."
No last
And then he like, "We're not what."
No last name.
Okay, Frappazello. But Andy
Like, since our nephew's gonna be listening, it's like, I knew he was a bitch. Like, I'm kidding.
But Andy's like a passant.
Right.
Right? That's the guitar.
Savant.
Yeah, savant.
Thank you.
VP in the house. Gotcha.
Always.
Kamala.
I feel like I do what you do because Jose's like that. And I'm just like a goof. I get that.
Yeah.
I vibe with you, Anthony. Legit, man.
Yeah.
Legit. No, please continue. You were saying.
Well, no, just like
Mike was there, and then Andy.
So Mike couldn't make the gig, so Andy, we were gonna play without a guitar player.
Okay.
And then Andy was like, "Well, I could play guitar," so he sat down with the guitar and he started playing, and I think all of us were just like, "What in the was that?" And he's amazing. You guys got. I know you've seen our videos, but you got to see him play live and like what he does with the guitar from scratch. Like any song, anything that comes up, it's like he learns anything like it was.
By the
he knew
time
it the whole
Andy's our age, he's gonna be full blown rock star.
Stuff.
Legit, man. Legit.
You're-
I hope so.
Our age? You mean your age?
Oh, you're.
Hey, they're both throwing each other.
Right.
He got included by association. You know, he said, this is
No.
some weak thing.
Exactly.
But for, like example, like a month ago, this guy came up to us and said, "Hey, can you guys play this song? I want to sing it." I'm like, I can't, but I'm sure our guitarist can learn it by the time the break's over. So I told Andy. He went, listened to his phone, learned the song, and then they played it live. And Zulu did okay on the drums.
Yeah.
The VP. He's more of like a figurehead than a drummer, I guess.
But like,
You know, we're gonna come back to that in a little. We'll circle back. We'll circle back down.
That'll be one big circle.
real
Yeah,
quick, just with like as a band, is it like hard to write new songs? Like, how is that? Because we have a bunch of
you know
like
what?
rappers on, you know, and they write solos.
Joe
How
will
is it for
write
you
a
guys?
song right now. Let's do it. No, let's do it.
Oh my gosh.
We've done this.
Give me a minute.
Okay.
No, on the pressure.
we'll get-
Come on.
Give me a minute.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
We'll
What's
do
the
finale.
race?
Before the podcast is over, we'll
Yeah,
pick a subject, and I'll make fun of everybody with it.
Yeah, Joe is
Okay.
very good.
nice.
I like that. Hell yeah.
He's busted my balls so many times, just out of the blue. It's like, where did that come from? Like, wrote a whole song to bust my balls
Definitely.
within 5 seconds.
And then like adding the other instruments for like for example the drums, Brian. Like, do you just play along? Is it something that like you just want to make yourself? I was asking you, Brian, per se.
Oh, me?
Yeah. You know,
I
just
play
like
bass.
adding drums. You know, like say
Yeah,
just
he's a
something.
beast.
Oh, bass. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
VP's on drums.
I apologize.
No, no worries.
I got that mixed up. So just even just adding all the like all the other instruments. Do you guys just go to what like the tempo of his like flow like with the words, or does he already have majority of it set up? You know, do you guys just kind of like
I think
kind of like
Joe-
like the way a jazz band like do they just they just kind of freelance it? You know, do you
Well-
guys get what I'm asking?
Usually Joe comes in with the idea,
Okay.
and then it's, and then everybody kind of, and the nice thing is that he's singing it and he's playing it, so you can kind of
There's
go
already
off
melody
of his.
there, yeah.
There's a melody
There-
there, and
there's
so then
melody
you can
there.
kind of layer in, your piece, but it's kind of fun because you get to really, you get to make up your own part. So, and then like, maybe Andy will come up with something and that'll totally change my part,
Okay.
and so, we kind of play off each other until it sounds good and we're all kind of shaking our heads, like that's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
a lot of approval.
Yeah, but it's definitely like, Joe brings the idea and then we all
Yeah.
kind of just build off it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
inject our own, personalities with our respective instruments into the part because the song has like a general form, like the foundation has been laid and laid out. So it's just like we're just accenting and building upon, what's there,
Makes
and
sense.
it's
Makes
creating like a complete, song.
Makes
from this
sense.
idea.
But it's cool.
So
I mean, it's like totally open to change. Hey, maybe we move this around. Maybe we,
All right.
go into a different, into a bridge here or something. Or, you can kind of. It's just an idea.
Makes sense.
It's like it's not a full, completed thought. So it's just we get it there together.
But there's been plenty of times where it starts with a Saturday
a drummer.
morning
Sorry about him.
after a party night the night before, and all of a sudden Andy stayed the night. Joe comes out in his underwear, starts playing something on his guitar, and then Andy picks it up, and all of a sudden this new song is going, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get my camera, I gotta record this so we remember it, and then it turns into a new song.
Oh, okay.
That's
awesome.
Spontaneous. A new song can be sparked. It'll be something random like that in a sense.
Yeah, or like a silly thing that happened the night before.
Right.
But what Brian was saying is a lot of times the idea will be one thing and it'll morph into something that's completely different.
Okay.
Like the song will take on a life of its own because everybody's personalities come to the play. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Legit. Even with the like what you guys band name, what is your brand like with the droppers? Because I was looking it up, I didn't even know what to expect, and like the reason I say that is because on the song, I believe it's "Take Me Home," there's just a lot of lyrics that, although it's in a band setting, like it's still, I love writing in rap, which is why I love rap. The lyrics would hit to anybody. I feel like just even, like someone who's been through that scenario. So like, how do you go about even choosing what you guys represent with the droppers in a sense?
Yeah. So. So the dropper started out with my buddy and I went to Mexico. We knew half of a song called like Wonderwall by Oasis, which probably no one really knows. I mean, everybody knows.
I know Wonderwall.
But so we knew. But it's like
Talking about.
we're old, so
What you got? No, that matters. It could be
yeah.
difference. Yeah.
So we played that same song all weekend. We never got the transition to the chorus, but it was like we had like 30 people at the campsite. I was like, well, we're starting a band. So I came home, went to work on Monday, went by the music store on the way home, and I lived with like 5 guys at the time, and I got like a bass, drums, guitar, amps, everything, and I was in the back of my truck. I pulled up to the house. I'm like, all right, who's playing what? We're starting a band. Wow. So that's where it started, and it was like a joke.
Okay.
And then we got signed to a label for a second, and then the label kind of screwed us over. So we just started to have fun with it and stopped worrying about where it went and just like worried about being in the moment. And I think that's what I think people like about when they come watch us play, like come to our shows, is like we're there on stage having fun with each other, and people that are there to like come there to have dinner or have a drink, they want to have fun with us. And I think that's been like the crux to the band and why it's been successful.
And raw, like Joe will not allow click track, any sort of backing track on any sort of electronics. No. Either we're playing it or it's not happening. So right. That's caused a problem at times, but it's also like made us like, we're just kind of a shit show coming at you. You're gonna enjoy it. Come on,
So to solve the problem, Zulu bought a hat,
no set list.
A shirt that says. The tempo is what I say it is. Like that's
right. Don't ask me questions about what we're doing. Just jam out,
So when you said you guys started it for fun, like when you guys was it fine if like it didn't turn into anything? Were you fine with it just like being for fun and just for like shits and giggles in a sense, like, or were you kind of like?
I think as a musician, you always have that like idea in your head. Like I always say to the guys, I'll tell them all the time, it's like we play these like so Friday night last week we had an amazing show, and Saturday night we had for us it was like a shitty show.
Oh no, completely sucked. It's horrible.
Well, but no one knew about it. We knew, but no one else.
To you guys, right.
So it's like I think
Same
always
set of songs
you always have an idea. What was that?
Real quick, just like same set of songs, like or just like what was the drastic difference?
We
just like a day difference.
All day
they were
Saturday.
sunspots.
Oh, sunspots.
Way too much partying on Saturday.
Okay. It's generally a performance thing. Yeah. We get it. I get you.
No, but like it we had a great time both nights, but the second night was not as good as the first night. But like those nights you have that are like, and I was telling you guys on Friday night, I'm like, God, if we just got one show in front of 100,000 people, change our lives, But it's like, so you always have that wish and that dream, but I'm happy with what we do. Like, for me, it's a stress relief more than anything.
Okay.
That's dope.
Yeah, you guys play some pretty good places, right? Didn't you guys just go to the desert to play at
King of the Hammers.
King of the Hammers?
yeah.
Yeah, the King of the Hammers is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people go to that thing. I want to go to that thing. I keep missing it. I keep having to work.
You guys should come because we're gonna play it again this year.
Yes?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit.
I wanna
that's-
go.
That's a good time. Everybody should do that.
Yeah.
Mike,
Mic to
Drummer.
the mic.
Oh,
Microphone.
that's
Mike,
what you're saying.
what'd you say?
I said that's a good time. Everybody should do that.
Legit. What is it, real quick? Or what? It's just like a showcase for a bunch of different bands, or
King of the
No,
Hammers.
it's an off-road
I've
race,
never even
but there's
even
just
heard
like
of it.
over 100,000 people there
Okay.
to race off-road Can-Ams, dune buggies,
Okay.
quads, off-road
Damn, that
trucks,
sounds
all
like
that kind
a
of
way
thing.
better
But
experience
then-
than just no.
But
That
then the
sounds fun.
evening you have a number
Uh-huh.
of bands that play, and so we were one of those bands on
Legit.
Saturday night.
Sure, that's fire.
and Just had a great time. It's really
How
fun.
big was that audience?
It's like burning. Well, we probably at the biggest time we had maybe had 2,500 people there, but
Okay.
we didn't play. We didn't play for very long. But it's like Burning Man for off-road cars is what King of the Hammers is.
Okay.
It's like they build a city in the desert, and it's like all off-road cars and booths and suspension shops and everything you can think of.
Legit.
So where did the name The Droppers come from? How did that like?
I gotta tell the story.
Yeah, it's you. That's all you, bro.
So the guy I started the band with, his name was Barry, and
Right.
we were like having this talk about how we were gonna name what we're gonna name the band, and he was like, "Well, let's call it the Panty Droppers." And we all had these like really weird names. Like we wanted, we were like, should it be serious? Should it be funny? And then Barry's like, when I went to, when I was a kid, my dad would take me to Catalina, and then this huge yacht would drive by with a bunch of chicks on it, and his dad would tell him that, Barry, when you get older, you're gonna want one of those because that boat's called a panty dropper, and so that's why we named our boat. We were the panty droppers at first, and then we started playing like charity gigs. We got signed to a label, and they were like, "You got to change your name," so we like changed our name but kept the logo.
Yeah.
And they had no clue. Like no one figured it out.
Oh, really?
Really? That's funny.
I know it's silly, but like seriously, they didn't realize it was panties. It was like, oh, it's a martini glass. I mean, I've heard so many things about what the
Hey, that's
logo
some
is.
shallow.
Pass like as a hanger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's an upside down hanger.
Is it a hang?
Crazy,
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, everybody we told her like, yeah, we're having the droppers on. Who's that? The guys with the underwear on there? Oh, the panty droppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call the droppers.
Oh yeah.
It does come out of the logo as well.
Dang.
Real quick, go ahead, Jose. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, so how's that experience been for you, Andy?
Oh, I've loved it.
Yeah.
I still love it. Every time we play, it's like it feels like I'm just hanging out with my friends and having a good time, and like just playing music with them is like an added benefit.
Yeah, it
You
seems
know
like
what
a
I mean?
whole different side of you, man, because you're in the studio fucking
Yeah, we just know the engineer.
12-hour days.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Just see you in front of
definitely
the
more
computer.
serious here for sure. Yeah.
So it's like to see you do stuff like this. It's like, oh man, that's a whole different side of Andy we didn't even know.
Right. Well, and it's like kind of goes back to my roots because before I got into production and like the technical side of things, like I started out as playing guitar, like as a small kid, as a baby, pretty much. So it's just like,
Right.
it's something I've always done, and it just feels like comfortable and natural just being on stage and playing and just hanging out with the guys.
Legit.
It's like that is a little more comfortable or like I guess familiar than the production and like all the technical side of it because that came first. It's like the first language you
'Cause you
speak.
be out
you
here
know?
talking your shit, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And honestly, to like see it in a band dynamic, bro, I say that mostly because it's I say it about sometimes I think one to like me as a listener. I love lyrics, so like sometimes I'm not even hearing the bass or just not even giving it the value or like knowing how important they are to like the song being played. But even at times like like when the beat goes silent or just to have a bass tracking, I tend to appreciate I'm not realizing that I do love the lyrics because of what's happening in other parts of the beats.
Mm-hmm.
So in the band when I'm hearing the guitar solo or a drum solo or the bass just backing the vocalist, it kind of makes me appreciate it. And I feel like that's something you guys do with your band, especially being really upbeat. A lot of you guys' stuff is This is party stuff. This is not sad, you know. This is not like it's not like crazy rock. It's really have fun music, you know. And I'm at the bar most of the time, so that's like,
it's very energizing.
you know, that's a setting that I can hang around. Although I'm not too familiar with it, you know. But I wanted to ask you guys just even about your guys' roots. He spoke about his, maybe even about you. Like, how'd you even get into playing bass, and how long you've been playing bass, and so on and so forth.
I've been playing bass. God, probably like 15.
Oh wow,
20 years now. Something
God
like that.
damn.
Yeah. So I kind of started playing bass out of necessity. So
4.
What was that?
I mean, like a necessity for what? Like
just because. Yeah, just to I started playing in bands, you know, straight out of college.
Okay.
And it was basically, you know, a bunch of buddies sitting around on the beach, and we got kind of bored, and we're just kind of like let's go rock out in somebody's garage. And so, but it was like, you know, you got 3 guitar players and somebody who kind of knows how to play drums. So it's like, well, somebody's got to learn the bass. And so, you know,
Who's going to make the sacrifice?
That's a sacrifice.
It's the story of every bass player, really, for the most part. I mean, it's not an instrument you really find yourself playing by yourself very often. You know, it's not that fun. It's not like, you know, it's just not.
That's what you're thinking. You're sad, man.
There's a saying that like you take the best guitarist in the band, you make him the bass player.
That's true.
A
bad guitar player can hide behind a good bass player.
Okay.
Wow, thanks guys.
You know,
it feels good.
I do that every weekend.
They boosted up the value.
He was like the whole time, man, fuck the bass. After that, he's like, shit.
Actually, the most important.
He's like, shit.
That's so sick.
But yeah, so that, you know, I've been playing bass for a while now, and it is totally different than guitar after you like kind of get an idea as to like what you're really supposed to be doing, and you know, being more part of the rhythm section than the melody. And so anyway, it takes some getting used to.
Don't underestimate that bass, man. We've had a lot of other bass players when you're not around, bro. And we miss you.
Anthony values you the most.
Thanks, brother.
That's wonderful. Yeah. No, legit.
Zulu.
What do I got?
When'd you
I
start
can't wait to hear this one too.
Well, I was a band nerd in high school.
Okay.
If that's worth anything. But
What'd you play?
the drums. But I was the coolest band nerd in high school, though.
Yeah,
Like,
I believe it.
Yeah, look.
100%. It's drumming with the shirt off at the talent show.
Go crazy.
we don't even want to go there.
Zulu's got some gangster stories about when he was a kid. He told us a story at dinner the other night that I had never heard before. So maybe that's for another time. But
That's probably for another time.
Allegedly.
But yeah, I've played off and on my whole life. But
I can see him through the tent. I can see him through the tent.
I get it.
how'd you put yourself through college?
it might have been fake IDs, but
It's fine.
I think
It's
the
all right.
statute of
Allegedly.
limitations
Yeah, they can't get you on that anymore.
has made that acceptable.
You just gotta say allegedly or something.
It was no big deal. It was no
He was
big
helping kids
deal.
get through school, right?
Yeah.
Fake names,
But you know, Joe had come to visit Denver at some point. I was living in Denver, and he heard me play there. I was playing with just a rinky-dink band there, and then I got divorced and needed like to reinvent myself, new life. And Joe's like, "Why don't you move out to Newport Beach and be my drummer?" I'm like, that doesn't sound like a horrible idea. Let's try that, and that's what it's turned into. And I've that was probably the best suggestion I've had in the last 15 years, I suppose.
Legit. If I could even ask about your guys' music style, I feel like we haven't even really touched on it besides saying that you do write the songs. Like, what kind of music would you even quantify it as? Or like, genre and everything?
I call us hard country, but I'm just the VP, so.
It didn't make it to the president's desk yet. It's going through
It's being drafted. Yeah.
He's waiting for the final
Being
signature.
drafted, yeah. It's a draft.
I don't know. I've heard you throw around the term Funktree.
Funktree, yeah.
Funktree.
So we've tried to do like Funktree, where we try to like make it like funky and fun, dancey, but still like a little bit country. Like we want our songs to have like a meaning to them, right? You talked about lyrics. Like I think it's important that we're like telling a message and not just like making words that rhyme. Right. So we focus on like telling a message, I think. So Funktree, I think Funktree's a very good.
Yeah,
I like
I'm
that.
about to say, you got to patent that.
yeah, Funktree.
First Funktree band.
One band in the world that plays it.
Spell that.
Funktree.
Heard it first.
Funktree.
That's hard.
Double E.
Yeah, double E.
The drummer's always the last to know.
Hard country.
I'm gonna get so much more Funktree on the next song. I can't wait.
He's like, now I know what to do.
All screaming out.
Which side do I? It's like which side do I cater to? Boy? You guys mentioned a lot of doing a lot of shows, and even like prior to COVID. How was it navigating through COVID? Because was shows is something you guys base, like like your whole brand, basically. Like do you guys or like I imagine you guys enjoy doing more shows than actually dropping music, right? In a sense, or like what'd you say?
Yeah, so it's more about like live shows for like I think we should all answer this question, but for me, I have a full-time, very stressful job. So for me, like the shows are like my chance to forget about everything that's gone on for the last week for 4 hours. Okay. We played twice a weekend. It's 8 hours a weekend. I get to like just vent and have a great time, like lay it all on the line, then go to sleep. So COVID sucked because we stopped playing, right? Like,
Yeah.
so we wrote a little bit, but it was just like hard to get anything going. So COVID was a thing that really threw a wrench into everything. So
Yeah, but more than not, it's if something great comes out of it, fantastic. But we have so much fun doing it. It's a hobby. We get all our friends together. We go to the bar. Wherever we are, we take it over. We own that place that night. And we bring our friends and we have a great time. And we make new friends. And we just went to the desert and met a whole bunch of new friends. And that's what it's all about for us. Just having a good time. We're not trying to change the world. We're just trying to make our friends have a good time with us.
That's fire.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah,
that's like similar to like what we try to do. I feel like you just like I'm like that. The way you explain that, I'm like we literally have like similar goals because at times it's like we're doing this big thing, but it's like we know why we started it, and it was for the enjoyment of who really just like messes with us,
And we generally just love music.
Yeah,
like, listen to music
and just
every
even
day.
talking to you guys, so like this stuff is really fun to us as well. I want you guys to know you guys appreciate it. But yeah, even for you, do you like just to answer the same question, navigate through COVID, dropping music compared to doing live shows,
Yeah, I sat out a lot of gigs. I kind of found out right at the beginning of COVID that I was diabetic, so like not knowing what was really going on, and everybody was saying diabetics don't do so great with COVID.
Yeah, just cautious.
I kind of locked it down and just kind of sat it out, but I did try to like do a lot more, like just playing at home. So that's like I kind of reverted back to playing the guitar more, just because, like I said, it's really not that fun playing bass solo. So
gotta pull up a beat track or something.
Totally. That's basically
I know.
So I just I sat it out a little longer than most. Even when the band got going again, I was kind of like, I'm gonna wait. And COVID kind of screwed it all up, but it's good to be back out. It's definitely, playing music out live has always been something like, ever since I got a real job, it's always just been my side thing and kind of my creative release. And it's really fun to, when you find a good group, it kind of just comes easy. And then it really becomes fun. It's like when you can just kind of, where everything's going, and it's, you can kind of just lay it up and, let Andy, crush it, and then, and then it'll come back, and then, I don't know, it's just really fun. And when you're on, it's like, it's just everybody in the bar is having a good time, and that's what you're shooting for.
Definitely.
How hard was it, like you said, because you went to just playing at your house, and then you went to playing the guitar more. So how hard was it coming back into the groove of playing, and then having to go back to the bass as well?
Yeah, no, it was well. I ended up actually playing with another band.
Okay.
So and playing guitar in that band.
Okay.
And so I've been kind of splitting time between the two gigs now. So I know.
He was like, well.
I didn't have to like that, bro. My bad.
Well, I guess we're gonna go there.
No, I get you.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, if I could do both, great. But it's tough. I mean, like, you know, once these bands get going and it's back to normal, like it kind of is at this point. You know, it's like the schedule's pretty full, and it's like it's just hard to kind of not disappoint one band or the other. So
Right.
it's kind of a tough place to be. But
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and as for you, Andy, as well. If I could just even say the same question for COVID, because I know you did the engineering for us, and it was cool that we started just after COVID, where it was like dying down. So
Right.
we were able to be in the stage of where like being consistent wasn't that much of a hassle, you know. So how was it for you doing all the like, you know, working with the music artists? Because I know a bunch of the guys know you, but even you know, the band dynamic as well.
So COVID really gave me a new perspective. Like, it renewed my appreciation for playing the shows, because you know, you can love something with everything in you, but it can still become routine, right? And you can like just fall into like a rhythm of doing things, and like it got taken away, and all of a sudden I was like, well shit, those are like the best nights of my life. You know, and it's like, you ever watch like, you ever seen The Office?
Yeah.
There's like a quote in The Office that like I would think about often during COVID. It's like, I wish you knew you were in the good old days while you were in the good old days, and not when you were looking back on them. You know what I mean? And so like, that's what COVID like really did. Was
I
like,
pull Andy from The Office in that shit. That was a wave smash.
you know. So like now, when we play shows and when we do band outings and we go out together, it's like I have a newfound appreciation and like just happiness to just be a part of it and to be able to do it that I didn't have before COVID. Not that I didn't love it, but it's just like a newfound appreciation. I'm looking at it through a new lens.
Definitely.
You know.
That's fire. Because it could be gone without our like none of that was our like anybody's control, you know. So I can imagine how like I can imagine.
Yeah, so I'm just
that's
like
really good. That's really good.
So thankful that like we were able to just pick up kind of where we left off and just keep doing what we're doing and like not really feel any sort of slowdown at the shows. I feel like, you know, we play shows and they're just as lit. People are having just as much fun as they did in 2019 as they are in 2022 and
Probably
going
more.
into 2023.
Really?
Like people were stoked to be back in the bars. And
Yeah.
playing again. Like
Yeah,
people
yeah.
wanted it. They were hungry for just to get out and have fun.
Oh yeah, I bet.
That's what I could say.
Yeah, I was stuck inside for a little bit because my grandmother was very old in age, so I wanted to still go see her and stuff. So, I mean, even to go to the bar, I was like, dang. It just felt good just to drink a beer somewhere else. Somewhere else. I wasn't, in my house.
Genuinely. Can I ask the next direction, like, for like future drops? Because when I was trying to find some stuff for the pod, it was just old stuff, you know. And so I know, I'm gonna go watch you guys live. But what's the future goals for the band? And what do you guys have planned? Is it just a bunch of more shows? Is it bigger venues, bigger stuff, or like bigger events? Stuff like that, you know.
So we want to get into more bigger events. That's always been a goal. We have like an 8-song, 11-song album, right?
Okay.
Yes. That we're supposed to record, but everybody's busy all the time, so we're trying to get that done. But we do have a new album that's coming out.
Okay.
Haven't named it yet, but there's 11 songs total that are going to be on the new album. We're going to probably release like 3 or 4 of them as singles, and then go from there. But it's always a goal to grow the band, right? Like we just got an invite to play a gig in Barstow, like this lake. They're having a party on a lake where they're gonna put a stage on the lake, and they. I just heard back from that guy, so we're always like
That's crazy.
looking to do more stuff like that. Yeah.
That's dope as fuck.
Hey, and I'm ready to go full time. If these guys would just like give up their day jobs, we could just make this a big thing.
Hey Zulu, as soon as your Tesla's done, we'll go full time.
Right. The eval.
Give us all some time.
Right.
That's awesome.
How did it even go to even getting bigger like events and stuff? Is it normally like somebody see you guys at the bar? Or, like, is it like the marketing side of your branding? Like, is that something you guys focus on to even get bigger events? Or like, how does it? Like, how do you guys go about that from possibly starting? Like, where did you guys start with the events? Okay,
has come into play for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's who you know, who you meet, the relationships you build. But most musicians, like bands that are out there making big, paid. They're being paid to be there, right?
Right.
Someone paid for them to be on the radio. It's like $1 million to get a song on the radio.
$1 million. Yeah.
Minimum. So it's like, it's hard, and it's just like you started this by talking about consistency. This is your year anniversary.
Right.
Congrats again on that.
Thank you.
And it's like it is. It's just like it's like sticking with it. It's like getting out there and letting people hear you, and you never know. You never know who's there, and that's why, we talk about you. I don't know what made me think of this when you guys were just saying about why we do music, but it's like when this group of guys is on stage, and we might have like the crowd just might be just a shitty crowd, right? Like they're not paying attention, they're not listening, they're just like they're there having dinner, they're not paying attention to anything, and then but we can like turn and like sync up, and it doesn't matter. We know we're playing a great show, we know we're playing a great song, we know we're having fun, and it's like sometimes I feel like that's what turns it all around, and when those are moments when I feel like people stay for the rest of the show. People see us and say, I want them to play our private party. Like we played a party in Anaheim, and like the DA, the governor, like all these people are there, and we're playing in front of all these people. It's like eventually something's going to happen where something's going to happen.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, we had a great time anyways, and drinks were free.
Yeah.
We would have been somewhere paying.
There was lobster, filet mignon. The drinks are free.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
What more can you ask for?
what was that juice called? Like, juice.
They call it love juice.
Love juice. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like
And the VP dressed like a pirate.
THC.
Okay.
Yeah, they were serving that, bro.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a vibe.
It's like you want a cocktail
Yeah.
and just a little splash of love juice in there. Here you go, bro.
It was
stuff. Yeah.
It was like the red.
I think it's false.
Oh, I know how you alcoholic. You're like, that's they good like juice.
So this party he's talking about is like a very crazy $12 million house private party type thing.
Oh, damn.
And
The
Joe
royal wedding or something.
Joe is a little thin on his communication sometimes. He's like, we're playing this private party. And,
you give all the details. Like,
so it was called a
Royal affair.
A royal affair.
A royal affair.
And so we had just had a party a couple weeks before for Joe's birthday that was like what was that party? The punch, the pulse, the
What?
your party where you kill everybody at the party.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
A purge.
The purge. And I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, my girlfriend threw me a purge party where he was like, Joe,
That's right up.
is this okay?
So I had to look that up.
I'm interested as hell. I was like,
That kind of sounded wild. He was like,
Who are you guys trying to kill?
I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, I think I was a target by that.
I think I was a target.
So I didn't know what this purge meant, so I had to look it up on Google and be like, oh, okay, it was a movie and you're dressed like you're bloody and you're killing people. Fine. So then we do this private party coming up like 2 weeks later, and it's called a royal affair or something.
that's two different dynamics.
And so I Googled this, and I see like pirates and princes and like medieval times and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, it's a party like that. Okay. And so I go to the costume store.
I'm underdressed.
And I get myself some black pleather pants and like a pirate, like a prince suit and a wig. And I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I'm like, you know what? I've done my homework. I don't know what's wrong with the rest of these guys.
He's like, fuck that guy.
And they're wearing like suits with a red tie. I'm like, what are you guys doing? This is a costume party. You're supposed to like dress appropriately. and so we drive to the party and we get there. There's a red carpet rolled out. There's a Mercedes-Benz in the front. People are taking their pictures on the red carpet. And I'm dressed like a fucking pirate. And Joe's, I'm like, oh, Joe, we gotta go home. I gotta change.
Oh, no.
He's like, nope, too late. You gotta own it.
Hey, that's fucked up. That's what I would do, low key.
And so I did. I owned it. He's like, you're the drummer. It's all right. Just own it.
I was
and
gonna be
we had
best
the
dressed.
best night. So many people came up talking to me.
Like they were like, you have such a great sense of humor.
I'm like, how do you see it that way? How do you see it that way?
Oh,
Is that Captain Jack?
But we
He came
pulled
out,
it
he's
off.
like-
the show must go
He's like,
on.
Joe, is this gonna work? I'm like,
That's fucked up.
Where's the eye patch?
He's like, you don't have a peg leg?
oh man.
What was your guys' favorite show? Like, just even speaking of these shows, I want to
Oh,
hear about
man.
other experiences real quick. Because those are like two different sides of the spectrum, you know? A purge to a royal affair. So
I want to hear
that's
when
fucking
Andy
sick,
started
you know?
humping the air.
when he started what?
When he started humping the air.
Yeah, we need that backstory.
I need that
man.
story, Andy.
Wouldn't
How did that
it be
start?
fun?
Because that's like a
crazy.
like.
Might have been like a St. Patrick's Day or something like that.
Oh, no.
Oh, something.
It did happen in Muldoon's.
You trying to say it, but you trying to say it on low key, like, no.
St. Patrick's Day.
Hopefully they don't remember the event. You know?
I think it started at the Blue Beat because at the Blue Beat, the stage there's like a bench
Yeah.
seat that backs up to the stage, so it's like a
Yeah.
foot higher than what the stage we're standing on.
Right.
So Andy would like put his foot on the stage,
Yeah.
on the back of the bench seat, and he would like dance with girls that were like 20 feet away, and he would like lock in, and we'd lose him for the night.
Yep.
Fucking Andy.
My focus has been. My focus is focus. Right there.
Got that
Not going
glitter in
anywhere.
I started doing guitar solos for no reason.
Like what? Yeah.
Where the song yet? Like,
If the ladies
serenading
catch,
her.
if the ladies catch the Andy eyebrow, it's over.
Oh my god.
shit.
that's how you do it.
Yeah. Well, the.
Oh yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, he like
He said, I go.
he just does a little eyebrow raise, and he's
Right.
like, hey.
That's at least 3 beers in.
At least
3 beers. At least.
Ladies, you know what to do. Just give them 3. Just kill you.
Right. Hardy Andy's out.
Yeah, if at our next show some girl walks up to the stage with like 3 beers on a tray, I'm like,
already,
oh,
yeah.
Andy, here we go.
Fuck. That's it.
What kind of beer do you like, just so they know,
Lost
Andy?
What kind of beer should they bring you?
Ooh, depends. I get brought like more often than not, it's like cocktails. Like I'll get brought like vodka sodas, or sometimes I'll get brought like just
Sounds like some
whatever,
country shit.
like just whatever's on draft. They'll just buy me something. Or,
What
like, a
should they
bottle.
bring you?
Roofie colada.
Ooh, they should bring me
Straight to this. Eh?
right,
Colada.
right.
No,
Extra
Andy, he'd
roofie.
be down with it too, though.
Hey, even like,
Fuck it.
Right.
he's like, one night.
I've never heard of this one.
Yeah,
It's so new.
I was simple, dude. I mean, I wouldn't mind being brought like a Jack and Coke or like a mule or like just like Mexican lager, like Modelo.
Heard it here first, ladies.
Yep.
You like some cold.
G's pod.
Any
exclusive.
simple.
I'm a simple guy.
Are we going to be getting a performance from like the new album, or is this an old song? Or
Little of both, I think.
Little bit
Yeah,
of both?
a
yeah.
couple of
Okay,
yeah, we got a
okay.
couple
Man,
of
how many
Can
songs.
you guys
songs?
talk about the album real quick? Just like about it?
The newer song?
So then, like, Take Me Home, is that what we're talking about?
Take Me Home. Yeah, we can talk about Take Me Home. Are we gonna play Feel the Rhythm, or
Yep.
are we gonna play
Feel
Shake?
the rhythm. And I think Shake and Take Me Home, right?
Shake and Take Me Home. Yeah,
Legit.
they both have. Shake is really Funktree.
Shake is really Funktree, yeah.
Shake is Funktree 100%.
Man, I can't wait for Funktree.
Oh, sorry, I'm
Just body
excited.
experience, man.
So, Take Me Home is funny because when we wrote that song, I got like a lot of shit about it because it's like, I call it like a sexy, dirty song. So there's some lyrics that are pretty suggestive, but it's fun. It's fun too, and it's just about like.
I can't wait.
It's how the guys
Only
feel
if you're
after-
listening.
Oh man,
After like 6, you know? Those are all the thoughts I'm telling her. She should be knowing.
No wonder why Andy gets these.
It's the lyrics. It's the lyrics. It's the lyrics.
lyrics.
The lyrics are getting them going.
And the eyebrows.
And,
But
legit.
we like writing music. I feel like when people sing our songs back to us, even if it's like a bunch of our friends, but like it's hard to write a song that people can recognize and then like sing back with you like you do on the radio, right? Because you hear songs on the radio all the time. So like I feel like we've gotten pretty good at writing songs that people recognize and they're singing with us throughout. Like by the second half of the song, even if they haven't been there, they like the crowd is singing. So it's like it's a good time.
How y'all doing? We're the Droppers here on the Juice Podcast. Happy to be here. This is our little show for you, you know.
So I think about our past and all the times we have shared. Then I think about our future, the adventures still out there. Wanna take you home and laugh with you and dance through the night. Wanna hold you in my arms so I can make it all alright. Take me home where I once belonged. Take me home, you and I were one. Take me home, take me home, take me home, take me Andy Acosta over there on lead guitar, everybody. So I close my eyes and I think of us from a different point of view. And all the lies I tell myself, they can never make us true. But somehow you still love me and I know that I love you. I planned all of our future based on a past we never knew. We got Brian Downey on the bass, you motherfuckers. Take me home where I once belonged. Take me home, you and I were one. Take me home, take me home, take me home, take me home. I can't forget Zulu on the drums. He's our VP, you know. So this is the sexy, dirty part of this here song. And it's my favorite motherfucking part too, you know. I wanna take you to our place and take off all of your clothes. I wanna see you lying there while you got everything exposed. With your face down in my bed, I learn every inch of your spine. Wanna roll you over, see you smile, and always take my time. Take me home where I once belonged. Take me home, you and I were one. Take me home, take me home, take me home, take me home.
All right, so next we're gonna play like some real Funktree. This song is called "Shake." You know, for a minute I'm gonna introduce the band. You guys gotta watch for that part because it's the best part of this song. I feel like, you know. And sometimes I mess up our songs just so you know we're not lip syncing. You know.
Side my head, feet left before me in bed. The law of control stays, pay her sweat. Now I'm cold. Watch my body shake. Won't stand it long. Living in a corner with a quiver to my bone. A feeling I may see. Wake up to reality. Wake up from your dream. Ooh, let it ride. Don't know where I'm going, but I'll try. Please don't walk away. See the fool play. Watch my body shake.
All right, this is where this song gets a little bit weird, everybody.
Ryan Downey on the motherfucking bass. He's gonna snap the shit and put it in your face. He's gonna play it hot, he's gonna play it right, he's gonna play it so long, gonna play it so tight. He's gonna take it far. He's gonna play those notes, gonna play them up and down, gonna play them long, gonna play them right now. Zulu is on the fucking drums. He's gonna play that shit, he's gonna have some fun. He's gonna play him hot, he's gonna play him loud, he's gonna play him right. Gonna play him so proud. Ooh, let it ride. Don't know where I'm going, but I'll try. Please don't walk away. Watch my body shake.
Yeah. I never know what the VP's doing back there, you know?
Mr. Marriott.
That was one take, I'll say that.
I'm gonna run the town, up in my way, up my shit. Niggas be making a sound.
I don't even want to touch the mic. I don't even want to touch the mic. I can't right now. But thank you guys for coming on. This was a great episode. It's a great way to end our year anniversary. The droppers, everybody. This is another Juice Pod exclusive. But I don't know how else to explain this. But this is just amazing. It's been an amazing year. Thank you to Andy. You started with us since day one. This is a year long with Anderson. Thank you. Thanks you for all the fans watching.
Thank you to the Juice Pod for having us. Yeah.
We'll see you at year 2. At center, right? Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. You guys fucking rocked. You guys rocked. They rocked. We rocked. The Juice Podcast rocks. Whole Orange County rocks. This is Hoser's Juice Podcast, episode 52. Finished season 1. Look out for season 2.
Look out. Juma signing. Y'all see the 1 year. Shouts to Frank. Okay, thank you, Andy, everybody, Lens, Livia, helping, Weekly, everybody that watch, everybody that listen. We just appreciate you. Just humbled, and it's just like amazing to even have that performance to end it off. Salutes. Thank you guys. Droppers. Frank, say your piece, man.
Goddamn. Frankie signing out. Thank you guys for rocking with us all year, as usual. Shout out you guys, my co-hosts, because y'all held it down while I was gone. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Lens, even though he ain't here, you goddamn motherfucker. But shout out Anderson for being here. But shout out Lens for fucking holding it down, even though he's not here. But, shout out the rest of the team, though. Shout out all y'all. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, real shit. Sign out.
Wanna go down in no rhinestone. I'ma go around the town. Up in my way, up in my shit. Niggas be making a sound. Niggas don't wait where I'm from. Grind till we making it out.